Thanks, everyone. I want to welcome you all to today's CGS virtual event, Graduate Education and Artificial Intelligence at the Frontier. This is going to be an event that is going to have an interactive component. So we're going to begin with a presentation, and then we're going to have a Q&A session and brief discussion. Before we get started, I wanted to provide some quick meeting logistics. As you may have noticed, we're currently recording. So we're going to be recording the introduction and presentation for today's session. And we're going to be sharing it with the CGS community. But we will be taking the recording down for the question, answer, and discussion period so that folks can feel free to comment freely. Please do be mindful to mute yourself when you're not speaking during the Q&A and discussion because this is a Zoom meeting and not a webinar, so you will have the ability to speak. You can feel free to use the chat to share links, ask questions, or continue the discussion, either during the presentation or during the discussion portion of today's event. To provide a quick meeting overview before we get started, we're going to begin with an introduction from Dr. Chevelle Newsom, President of the Council of Graduate Schools. And then we're going to move on to today's feature presentation from Dr. Sami Raut from Mohamed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence. Following her presentation, there will be an opportunity for audience Q&A, and then we'll have a broader audience discussion following on the comments that Sami makes, as well as some other topics related to artificial intelligence and graduate education. So with that, I'd like to turn the presentation over to Dr. Chevelle Newsom to provide her introduction. Chevelle, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Matt. Well, hello, everyone. And as Matt said, I want to welcome you to today's Council of Graduate Schools webinar, Graduate Education and AI at the Frontier. Thank you for joining us for what promises to be a timely and important discussion about the future of graduate education in an era that's increasingly shaped by artificial intelligence. As we all know, AI is transforming nearly every aspect of graduate education. Its impact extends far beyond the classroom, influencing teaching and learning, research, student services, administrative operations, and institutional decision-making. Graduate students, faculty, and administrators alike are eager for guidance on how to use these powerful tools, especially responsibly and effectively, to improve outcomes across the graduate education enterprise. At this time, much of the conversation surrounding AI in higher education has focused primarily on concerns about academic integrity. While those concerns are certainly important, they represent only a part of the story. AI also presents tremendous opportunities to make graduate education more efficient, more productive, more equitable, and more student-centered. This broader perspective was a central focus of the 2025 Global Summit on Graduate Education held in Quebec City, where leaders from across the globe came together to explore the advances AI is bringing to graduate education. Since that convening, CGS has continued the conversation through the publication of a policy brief and a member toolkit designed to help member institutions develop AI guidelines and practices that move beyond policing misuse and instead focusing in on leveraging AI to strengthen graduate education. It is our hope that today's presentation and discussion will help advance that conversation further. We are especially fortunate to be joined by a speaker and an institution that are truly at the forefront of AI innovation in graduate education. Our presenter today, Sami Raut, is the Director of Graduate Education and Postdoctoral Affairs at Mohamed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, or MBZUAI, in the United Arab Emirates. In her role at MBZUAI, Dr. Raut oversees the comprehensive operational lifecycle and institutional support systems for a highly diverse global community of master's students, PhD candidates, and postdoctoral researchers. Her work focuses in on streamlining graduate policies, managing academic affairs, and ensuring that emerging scholars have the strong foundation necessary to thrive within a high-intensity research environment. Prior to joining MBZUAI, Dr. Raut served as Interim Assistant Dean of Graduate Education and Program Director for Genetics and Genomics at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, bringing extensive experience in graduate education, leadership, and administration. Located in Abu Dhabi's sustainable Masdar city, the world's first university dedicated entirely to artificial intelligence, MBZ, MBZAI is a university that features state-of-the-art supercomputing infrastructure and is home to innovative research and development hubs, including the Metasphere Center, the Center for Artificial Intelligence, and the Incubation and Entrepreneurship Center. As a pioneering institution focused exclusively on AI, MBZUAI offers a unique perspective on how graduate education can evolve to meet the demands and opportunities of a rapidly changing technological landscape. Today, Dr. Raut will share with us their distinctive academic ecosystem and share practical insights and policies and systems and operations that are needed to effectively support, manage, and retain top AI talent. Her perspective will provide valuable lessons for institutions seeking to navigate the opportunities and the challenges that AI presents for graduate education. Thank you for joining us today. And with that, it is my pleasure to turn the microphone over to Sammy.
Thank you, Dr. Newsom, and hello, everyone. I'm really thrilled to be here today. I want to also thank CGS for inviting me to deliver this webinar. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Can everybody see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. I have lost my view for all the audience, so I'm not really sure, but I'll go ahead. Thank you everyone for joining today. I'll be talking about AI Blueprint, cultivating and supporting the next generation of AI scholars. So my name is Samiksha Raut, and as Dr. Newsom explained, I was in the US for a very long time and recently moved here this January in the role of a director, where I take care of graduate education and postdoctoral affairs, managing 5 different offices here. So before I go any further, I'm going to ask you all a very short question. Imagining you are directing a movie and your lead actor suddenly perishes halfway through, what would you do? You've invested a lot of time, you've invested a lot of money, and your lead actor has disappeared.
I like the adapt a script. That's good.
You'd like to adapt the script? Anyone else would like to contribute?
Maybe replace him by an AI?
Maybe what? Sorry?
Replace him by an artificially
Replace him.
artificially
Exactly.
created person, yes.
Exactly. So we can come up with a digital twin. And that's the work of Professor Hao Lee here at MBZUI. And he was the one who was at the forefront of creating a digital twin for Paul Walker when he suddenly died in a car accident during the shooting of a movie. And since then, he has made several strides. He also leads our Metaverse Center here. And at the same time, he is the CEO of Pinscreen, his own company. And he is also a co-founder. He also serves as the Dean of the Undergraduate Education. So my point of presenting this example was just to tell you that AI is there everywhere in our lives, where you're looking at face recognition to anything else. We really cannot get rid of AI. It has to be a part and parcel of our lives. And if you look at our student population, that fondly reminds me of a quote by Jensen Huang, who says that if I were a student today, the first thing I would do is learn AI. And how timely is this piece of advice? We really need to embed AI and AI related technologies in anything that we are doing, because AI skill is going to be a part of workforce development for tomorrow. So it really cannot be skipped. So what really brings UAE to the forefront of AI revolution is really this mandate. So UAE came up with a national strategy for artificial intelligence 2031. What it really implies is that artificial intelligence will be at the part and parcel of every industry, government organization, and yet at the same time, there is a target of several thousand number of people in the UAE to be trained in AI agentic tools. And with that intent in mind, the UAE is now shifting its focus from being an oil-based economy to knowledge-based economy. And so, as a part of this shift, they decided to select Abu Dhabi. Now, you may ask why Abu Dhabi? And I don't know how many of you have traveled to Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is really a paradise for all architects. Anything that an architect could never have imagined constructing, you can lay down the blueprint here, and it is quite evident in the Abu Dhabi skyline. Also, there is the Grand Mosque, which is really worth seeing. There's Loop Abu Dhabi. I also forgot to mention the Formula One racing center here. And then if you have seen the Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise's stunts were all recorded at the Zayed International Airport. After giving you a snapshot of these tourist-like destinations in Abu Dhabi, I'm now going to take a dive into telling you why Abu Dhabi is contributing towards building an epicenter of AI and what is really special about having a university solely dedicated to artificial intelligence here in Abu Dhabi as the capital of United Arab Emirates. So if you look at MIT, it is really known for technology. If you look at Stanford, it's really known for startups. So if you were to marry technology startups and look at what we are doing here at MBZUAI, we are at the forefront of technology, startups, and also AI. AI is at the core of our functioning here. So after this mandate was established, the university blueprint was laid down in 2019. So it is classified as a public research university, which was heavily funded by the Abu Dhabi government. And it is dedicated towards developing scientists, innovators, all at the forefront of research and innovation here in Abu Dhabi, UAE. We rank 8th on the CS rankings globally in AI, CV, machine learning, natural language processing, robotics, and computational biology. And we are the very first one in the MENA region. Here is a snapshot of different pictures that you can see. We have guests coming from outside engaged in talks. We also have our High Highness along with our President Eric Zink in the center where an important mandate was getting signed. So what is our mission, and objectives in a nutshell? So our intent here is to be a cradle for the best scientists and engineers, but create knowledge that really transforms human life and yet be a community catalyst and contribute to the economic engine of UAE. So we are driven at a warp speed, I have to say, because the university is just 5 years old. And if you look at the phenomenal success we have achieved in these 5 years, it's quite remarkable. Our vision ultimately is to become the Stanford of the Middle East, and we are powered from knowledge to serve. So any knowledge that we generate has to contribute towards benefiting human life. That is our vision for our institution. And something remarkable also happened last year. So most of you may have heard about Stargate in USA. We had OpenAI Stargate UAE, where lots of big shots, as you can see from the picture here, have come together to invest in the largest AI data center in Abu Dhabi. And what does that mean? That means that Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, as you can see, will be at the epicenter of a variety of different AI hubs. So we aspire to become the future Silicon Valley of the Middle East. What does that do? That not only leverages the research we are doing at our university here, but also provides lots of jobs in the region, not just for our local nationals, but also for expats. So another fun fact about the Middle East, about the UAE, is that 9% of the local population is there, and nearly 91% of the people living here are all expats. So as you can see, we are gradually moving from an oil-based economy to a knowledge-based economy with the help of AI or artificial intelligence. Our MBZUAI Board of Trustees includes the following folks. As you can see, we have lots of people from the tech industry. We have His Highness as well. And then, of course, our president, Eric Zink, who has a tremendous vision for expanding our university. We also have a lot of luminaries on our academic advisory board from a variety of different universities, Nobel laureates, different tech worlds, and also we have made advancements with the help of this advisory board. Our achievements to date not only include our top-notch ranking, but yet at the same time, I want you to focus your attention towards talent development. 80% of our graduates are all employed. So if you look at a typical university, we are always focused on 4-year graduation rates, 6-year graduation rates, retention rates, but here we are very much outcome based. Where are our graduates going? What are we doing to get them into those positions, whether they are moving ahead for a PhD after completing masters with us, or through our internships, they are going in and working with several different industries nearby, is a data we try to closely maintain. At the same time, we share lots of intimate partnerships with public and private sectors, as you can see from many of the universities and many of the industry partners that are highlighted here. The growth of the university in the last 5 years has been truly phenomenal. We started with a few departments, and very recently, on July 1st, 2026, we have now moved to a division model. So as of now, we have 2 divisions operating, computing and mathematical sciences. We call it the CMS division. And then we have the BLS, which stands for biological and life sciences. We have launched new programs in this. In CMS, we have human computer interaction and PhD in statistics and data science. And in the BLS, we have computational biology, both at the master's and the PhD level. And in the next 2 years, we have, which you can see under development, we have natural and physical sciences, humanities, social and management sciences, engineering and applied sciences. But I want to remind you, all of these divisions, they're going to have AI at the heart of everything, their operational structure. Last year, we launched our very first undergraduate division program, which is BSc in Artificial Intelligence, with an emphasis either on business or on engineering. And we have accepted 112 students through a phenomenal donation through scholarship. So all the students are heavily funded. And we also share partnerships with the National Laboratory. We have Institute of Foundational Models, which I will talk about in just a few minutes. We also have research centers, including the Agentic Robotics and the Institute for Agriculture, which is also in sync with the Gates Foundation. As you can see, our faculty numbers were just 7 in 2020. And today we are at 142 in the academic year 2025 and 2026. And we have aspirations also to grow much higher than that. If I look at our student growth, in 2020, we were at 66. Today, we are at 653 master's and PhD combined, and also with a brand new undergraduate program that got launched in 2025. Our aspiration ahead would be to grow up to 958 in AY 26-27, albeit not focusing our growth more so on our PhD numbers and also on our postdoc numbers. Our recent faculty highlights include a lot of laurels, including our faculty winning awards and recognitions in different areas. Our new hires, 26 of them since January 2026. As you can see, our prestigious recruits from Michigan State University to all the way to University of Delaware. Our research focus is in a variety of different areas. So if you look at artificial intelligence, we are just not heavily focused on computer science. We are expanding ourselves into complex multi-domain challenges, AI for healthcare, and I'll be talking about something really phenomenal in the next few minutes about the Human Phenotype Project that we have ongoing here at MBZUAI, AI for energy and sustainability, robotics, and we have a brand new area that will be focused on agriculture, climate change, material science, and also decision science. our new upcoming areas. Our Division of Computing and Mathematical Sciences is led by under the adept leadership of Eric Mullins, who is our dean, along with top-notch faculty hires. We have 105 total faculty so far, and you can also see some of the highlighted faculty at the bottom, along with their variety of different awards and from which institutions they have been recruited here. Our division of BLS, which stands for Division of Biological and Life Sciences, is under the academic leadership of Iran Siegel, who is from Israel, who is from, and also our selected faculty from variety of different universities. And you can also see we under our flagship projects we have Human Phenotype Project, and which will be done in association with Iran Siegel and also local Emirati scientists. So our graduate education up till now has focused on 541 students in total. 26% are female, despite the fact this is a tech university. 16% are Emirati students. Our focus also is a lot on increasing the Emirati students into the workforce. We have students from 54 nationalities, and 28% of our students are from top AI institutions. Among our global achievements include Google PhD Fellowship and variety of different honors. You can also see where our students are coming from. A lot of our students are coming from Southeast Asia, 168, 31% from Middle East and North Africa, although we have a little less presence from North America, and South America too. We are trying to, although our focus is still on the MENA region. As regards the commencement and the graduate outcomes of class of 2026, we had 140 graduates. You can see the average starting salary for our graduates, it's 100K USD. 71% of our students as of now have confirmed either employment or are placed in PhD programs at top-notch destinations like Cornell, the Chinese University of Hong Kong, Johns Hopkins University, and Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, just to name a few. Our employer highlights includes Fortune 500 like Meta, Bloomberg, BCG, Avis, and also Tesla. Something really great that we are proud of is that for the very first time last year, we did an inaugural honorary doctorate confirmation on Sam Altman, who is the CEO and co-founder of OpenAI. As regards our undergraduate education, we just launched this program last year. We enrolled 112 students. And as you can see, there is phenomenal participation. Most of these undergraduate students are top-notch students coming from a variety of different high schools. And we received, this year alone, we have received a record number of applicants, 6,700, and we just have an admittance rate of 150. That is also the case with our graduate admittance rate. We admit less than 5% of the students. So the competition to get in here is quite stiff. This program is 100% funded. A little bit about our Masdar campus. So this university is located in Abu Dhabi, more so on the Masdar, in the Masdar city. And if you have never heard of Masdar city, I would urge you to look this city up because it's absolutely stunning and very futuristic in its appearance. And so the campus houses anything that you might think of what a typical university campus should look like. The orange colored buildings that you see in one of the pictures here includes our state-of-the-art dorms, which includes a kitchenette to everything. Then we have a swimming pool, we have gym facilities, and the turtle-shaped shell-like building that you see is our knowledge center, which is also the building where our president is housed. And so it's a unique campus where students are supported through a variety of different student services. So our students come from a lot of different countries, and we have to make sure that each and every student is very well supported here in terms of their mental health, to academic advising, to learning support, and also to counseling service for our students. And we have lots of programmatic activities. In fact, we have a separate office for student life. A little bit about our graduate programs. the emphasis over here is on graduate programs, so I will skip talking about our undergraduate program. We have two types of programs, master's, MSc, and PhD. And for our master's science programs, we have 36 credit, 2-year duration. Up till now, these programs were 100% supported, which also implies that our students were flown in over here. Your flight ticket in and out of Abu Dhabi was also taken care of. So we begin with core courses and then diving into the elective courses and then a final focus on the thesis research. What really makes us unique is just not the AI, but we also have a heavy emphasis on internships. So our master's students are placed in internship programs. So we have a separate office of career and internships where we have partnerships with companies, industries, universities, not just in UAE, but globally as well. So a master's students ideally completes 6 weeks of internships. If the company wants, they can also pay the students. And as regards for the PhD program, we have it capped at 60 credits for a duration of 4 years, although we are moving to 5-year duration now. It is fully funded. And going forward from fall 2027, our master's program becomes fee paying, although our PhD programs continue to be completely funded for top-notch talented students. So we have PhD in different areas, as you can see. Again, similarly, like our master's students, it begins with core courses, diving into elective courses. And then another hallmark of our PhD program is also an internship, a mandatory internship of 3 months, scaling up to 3 to 4, or sometimes even more than that, as long as the research advisor agrees. And what these internship programs do is just not give the students hands-on experience, but yet at the same time, many a times results in placing our students with those companies, or perhaps giving our students an edge when they go into the job market. We also have internship and fellowship programs that I'm so happy to share and inform you about, which is our UGRIP program. So our UGRIP program is a pipeline recruitment program, which is a 4-week research internship program where we recruit undergraduate students from different universities. And I have to tell you the numbers. This year, the numbers were almost at 2,000. And we only have spots for 60 students because these are completely funded. We fly in, fly you out. We take care of your accommodation, visa, and also give you a stipend. So the whole idea is to immerse these students in research endeavors with our faculty here at MBZUAI. And then we have another program known as the Aspire PhD Fellowship, which is offered to master's students at other universities or pre-doctoral researchers who want to engage in short-term research project with our faculty members. So the duration of that is up to 3 months, and we only have 20 slots for this. So depending upon the professor and the student who is incoming, the student can apply for these PhD fellowship programs. As regards the faculty, we also have visiting faculty programs for faculty coming from a variety of different institutions at our university. Unlike any other university, we are also focused on training executives. So we have something known as AI Academy that offers executive education programs. I want to remind everybody, these are not your typical MBA programs, but these are short duration programs where you can come to reskill or upskill yourself in AI related endeavors. And we also have briefing sessions. Depending upon the duration, you can take part. So up till now, we have trained thousands of executives from the UAE region. And we also have AI capabilities for different professionals through industry level workshops, through MOOCs, and also something really outstanding work that we do is the outreach. So we have advanced AI literacy in local communities. So we have programs for high school students. We have programs for middle schoolers. We also have programs for general public. We also do lots of town halls and training programs in the middle of Abu Dhabi. City as an example, we have the Mary's edition at the Emirates Foundation, which I got to attend and was really blown away because there was a workshop on building agentic tools. So as you can see, our endeavors are just not focused on graduate student education, but we extend our arms beyond into the community. A remarkable hallmark of our university is the IEC, which stands for Incubation and Entrepreneurship Center. And the job of this center is to connect our students with real-time investors. As you can see, Dubai is just an hour away where there is money, where there are investors. So if a student comes up with a neat idea of a startup, and just to remind everyone, many of our students have also started a variety of different startup companies. You can start an incubation project and you can ask the Incubation and Entrepreneurship Center either for help with patenting or also for finding investors. We also have a global footprint. We just don't exist in Abu Dhabi, but we also have an office in Paris and the Silicon Valley. Building our sovereign models also includes, so we have K2 agents that we have designed. We have something known as K2 Think, and I invite you to try the K2 Think. It's just like your ChatGPT, but at a remarkable speed to try it out. So these are sovereign models with world-class performance, and they keep getting sophisticated with each passing day. AI for Healthcare is our human phenotype project that is shortly going to launch itself, and the Emirati Genome Project. So if you look at these projects, and if you've heard about the All of Us project funded by NIH in the United States, it's quite similar, but it is going to include a comprehensive multi-scale health data set. So it's far more expansive, I would say, in terms of its scope. Then we have agentic robotics laboratory that is under development. We have 6 chambers, and the vision here is to be the world's leading lab in agentic and embodied robotics. We also have a special robotics lab, and we have the HPC computing centers. So many a times universities do not have access to these centers, but we have a very big lab where our students can go and take advantage of these facilities. We also have close to 90 plus visiting students on our campus at any given time who also make use of these facilities. We have partnered with the best in academia, whether you're talking about partnerships with industries and also the world's top-notch AI institutions, which also includes the Weizmann Institute of Science, CMU, and the École Polytechnique in France. And these are some of the industry collaborators we have had to date. This is just a very few ones. And I would like to sum up my presentation here and open the floor for any discussions.